Thousands of students are awake, staring at blank notebooks, fighting through a haze of physical and mental exhaustion. They are trying to crack the NEET or IIT JEE exams. The drive required to sit at that desk every single night is an enormous, concentrated form of high-pressure energy. In physics, we measure the work done to move a unit charge from one point to another. We call this inherent pressure voltage. These ambitious students are loaded with it. But the syllabus they face is a massive, intimidating wall. They have to balance chemical equations, memorize carbon compound structures, and calculate the potential difference across multi-loop circuit schematics. A 12-volt battery has plenty of energy, but that energy goes nowhere if the wire is blocked. High ambition works the same way. All that internal voltage stalls out when the path forward is choked by dense academic complexity. Parents feel this stall too. They watch their children struggle, and then they look at the traditional coaching centers, which demand predatory fees for standard instruction. The student is confused, the family is strained. Together, they form a barrier. The physics textbook has a word for this property: resistance. It is any obstacle that opposes the flow of a charge through a circuit. Ohm's law dictates that when resistance climbs too high, the current drops. For a student, the current is their actual performance. Under systemic pressure, it can flatline, regardless of how much raw talent they started with. Parabola Academy approaches this problem differently. Instead of pushing students harder into the wall, they rewire the environment. The first step is removing the friction caused by rote memorization. Standard teaching methods rely on memorizing outcomes rather than understanding the mechanism. Look at this animated diagram of a series circuit. Standard teaching chains topics together end to end. If a student hits one point of confusion, like how oxygen is gained or lost in oxidation, the entire path is blocked. The current stops. To fix this, Parabola Academy brings in instruction from veteran educators who have spent decades analyzing these specific exam patterns. These mentors dismantle overwhelming science into digestible, logical steps. This schematic maps 3 resistors in a parallel circuit. Instead of forcing a student down a single rigid track, these teachers provide multiple clear mental pathways to understand a single concept. If one explanation doesn't click, another one carries the charge. This method acts as a conductor, lowering the academic resistance so a student can process complex information in less time. Usually, high-level mentorship is gated by cost. Most families assume that if a teacher is an industry veteran, the fees must be inaccessible. Parabola Academy engineered their fee structure specifically to counter this. They chose to keep costs low to support talented families. This blueprint shows an affordability pathway. In physics, connecting a path in parallel drops total resistance. Now a family's finances won't throttle a student's talent. A teenager in Nizamabad has the same educational voltage as one in an elite metropolitan center. With the financial burden eased, the family stops worrying about bank loans. The student channels their energy into mastering the curriculum and climbing the NEET and IIT JEE ranks. Parabola Academy applies the laws of physics to education, to create a system where the focus remains on the student's effort, rather than the obstacles in their way. Return to that desk late at night. The student is still there, but the posture is different. They are moving with speed, solving those complex multi-loop schematics without hesitation. The parents see the results in real time. The anxiety is replaced by pride. The path forward is finally clear. Your child already has the ambition and the potential. Parabola Academy provides the low-resistance architecture required to release it. When high ambition is paired with expert-led instruction and the removal of financial stress, the student reaches their peak efficiency. Give the student the pathway they deserve. Contact Parabola Academy in Nizamabad today to start their journey.